Evening all and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program now Hope Alive. Yes, hope day. Every day we go come out, we dey give everybody hope because really hope day. Today you get breaking news where we say e dey and e dey very crucial. No matter say na Atiku Abubakar, na be the first person wey be say e don deposit appeal reach Supreme Court today. But people be follow am for back as dem dey go there. I know say as we dey talk now, I know say the filings dey go on. So Atiku Abubakar files 35 grounds of appeal against Tinubu at Supreme Court. The Atiku himself will be say determined to nullify the election of President Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, that is the PDP. Atiku Abubakar today lodged 35 grounds of appeal before the Supreme Court. Atiku, through his team of lawyers, will be say na Chief Chris San lead them, praying the Apex Court to set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal delivered on September 6, which affirmed Tinubu as the ruling All Progressive Congress APC as valid winner of the presidential election that held on February 25. That very particular one now with the call rogue judgment. So today, Atiku don't take the milestone to file within the deadline, and our P2B, their lawyers, they follow their back. That very one we know. Again, we get other things so we won't talk for studio today, like the one where we say then say P2B's running mate, where be that Baba mate, in senior brother, don't take the position as special advisor to Tinubu. As an appointment, we go bring and come out. We get plenty other things where we say we go talk for this very hour where they very, very crucial to the Supreme Court. All the 7-man justices where we say then go rule. You know, saying at 12, I've been 11, they remain now where they for Supreme Court. They must select 7-panel judicial system where we say then go Tanda Gidibang come answer all the queries where they come out for inside Atiku and P2B appeal for Supreme Court. So these justices, we go bring them. We go even bring not just the justices where we say then go deal with this P2B and Atiku's matter for Supreme Court, but the kind of their old selection where we say go start from 1979. Where then they begin the select 7-man process. We go bring them show now all the justices and waiting then decide you go come this hour. Plenty other things so we say go follow for our talk. But not be only me they talk those things for studio today. I get Angel, I get Princess, and I get Esther for studio. And our UC Maxwell go join us for Zoom. But make we come back to studio, make we start with Angel.
Good day, my well-meaning Nigerians, my lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide. Welcome. Tell your neighbor, say Hope Day. Yes, our own Minister of Women Affairs, she don't apologize. Say she stands with women, Nigerian women's rights. She protect them and she will not disrespect them. Welcome on board. Let's discuss.
Yes, so fellow obedient and well-meaning Nigerians, welcome back again to the show Hope Alive. My people, we are still very much committed to the show, to the journey of a new Nigeria through our Excellency HPP2B and Baba Ahmed. Welcome and join us.
Good day, my well-meaning Nigerians and fellow obedient worldwide. We are here in this moment through our resilience and, and through our pursuit for justice. So let's lift our hope high and strong as we await to see the future of justice in this country. Welcome on board as we discuss.
Yes, join the conversation for our comment section so that everything where we dey talk, you go dey join us. We go dey even bring the comments where you go dey make for inside. And as we won't start, we want, as we don't talk before, no be only us talk Vanguard don't report and make people don't talk, say maybe we don't know whether they don't file as normally. We they show now the filing document, the stamp of court and every of those things. But this thing now like the breaking news where just they come out from Supreme Court. And as we can see, say Vanguard newspaper report them, now we carry them immediately, come begin to tell our people. But we go get the documents and those very 35 grounds of appeal where Atiku talk, you go come, we they expect them. And once the thing enter now, we go show and Gidigban for una to see how the thing take tanda. But why would they wait for them to send that very complete papers as the thing take be all the grounds come for us? Make we go to waiting be the main thing where they disturb obedience worldwide. And it be like say I even failed to greet on a good morning, afternoon, and evening wherever on a day. Make una no verse with that one. But now quick I want make we begin the carry the matter they go, because waiting the trouble obedience now, or rather waiting the pain some of us and well-meaning Nigerians. Now this rumor and circulation of news we know too good. Say it depend us say that Baba Ahmed's senior brother don't take appointment. Say no they sit for sitting on the fence again. I've been waiting in column. But I want to tell on plenty things concerning this thing wey intake, this position wey intake. Some people they talk say na settlement then settle that Baba Ahmed, but in time that Baba Ahmed go talk in own. But wetin I know be say that man no go take that kind insult from anybody. Say then take him senior brother settle am. He no go work at all, because even him brother talk am. Make we look wetin him brother talk by himself. But for in tweet, make we see. He said, "It is time to make it public that I have accepted the call to serve as special advisor, political, to the VP at Kashim Shettima. This is not the time for fence sitting or criticism when you can be useful in turning the country round. I am honored and humbled. Please pray for me and Nigeria." Anyway, whoever want pray for him, make them pray for him. When I see all the comments where people put inside there, when I feel go check him out. But at the same time, I want show saying that him by himself, now him tweet this one, and you know consign our vice presidential candidate will be that Baba Ahmed. He no day for this one. Now him brother, now him talk say he know they sit for fence again. In one join, he no one criticize Tinubu, but he get something where we say I want share with you, and Obidient where we say he bring them up. He say make I share, and I go share them. And they talk saying I scared to win or win to scare. And that very something has to deal with exactly what this Ahmed, Baba Ahmed, will be the senior brother of Dati, do. He said number one is that many Nigerians have expressed concern on how a number of allies are surprisingly aligning with the selfish politicians class, some overtly, many more covertly. Some of these are professors, others are PhD holders, yet others are influential celebrities or billionaire business moguls. Now, how do these selfish politicians manage to get this caliber of persons to align and support them? Here, I present two main ways they are able to do so. I have termed them A, scare to win, STW, and B, win to scare, WTS. 3, scare to win starts with, this is the principle of exploiting the weaknesses or vulnerabilities of individuals to get them aligned with the government. The weaknesses or vulnerabilities are areas of interest to the individuals that the government has the power to use and to set them up for ridicule or to collapse or their business or career. This may include offense/crimes that individuals committed in the past that the government is aware of but is willing to cover up, so long as the individual is ready to align with the government or at least never publicly speak against it. The vulnerability may also include personal secrets that could scandalize when leaked, which the government has got hold of. So in order to get this kind of ally to align to its Biden, the government presents these weaknesses and vulnerabilities to them, using it to scare them, coerce them to align with the government. Most allies trapped in this way are mainly business mongols, celebrities, and past government functionaries, such as the senior brother of Dati Baba Ahmed. Number 4, win to scare. This is just the principle of using how to resist offers like money, land, business monopolies, government contracts, government appointments, etc. to get these individuals aligned with the government. Majority of people that overtly speak in support of the government, including defending indefensible lies, are won through this means. Here you have some individuals that are offered ministerial positions, made heads of agencies and parastatals, appointed as special assistants, senior or junior or ordinary, made heads of security forces and agencies, including the paramilitary assignments to diplomatic missions, etc. The government, by making these offers to these individuals, wins them, thus cut them off, opposing its policies, whether right or wrong. Nigerians, therefore, should not be surprised when there are individuals that the ordinary do not expect to align with the corrupt government do so, either overtly or covertly. Such individuals have simply been made to align with the government through their scare to win or win to scare approach, or few cases or both. This is the reason the only viable opposition to the status quo in Nigeria presidency is the Obidient movement. Yes, which is composed of individuals that can neither be scared to be won or won in order to be scared of. In the lead is the principal, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. Think about it. If the status quo is able to scare Peter Obi to win him, or win him by scaring him, it would have long done so. Therefore, it is the personality of Peter Obi that in less than 1 year attracted and congregated men and women of fine characters into what has become the Obidient movement. Certainly, there can be found some individual within the Obidient fold who do not have the qualities required to fit into the movement, because they potentially can be easily made to align with the government via their SWT or the WTS approach, but who had hidden under the government for the popularity they seek. Surely, with time, these individuals will manifest, as oil and water will not ordinarily mix. May I use this mission to pay homage to every member of the Obidient movement worldwide, and those, though part of the fold, but share and support the dream of the movement, who have sacrificed and are still sacrificing their time, their talent, their treasure in advancing this cause of a new Nigerian of gracious dreams. May God reward you abundantly. When history is written, you will be preeminent. I will also encourage other Nigerians who may have been deceived or enticed due to poverty to align with the status quo in the presidency that is certainly not designed for the good of Nigeria or Nigerians, to retrace their steps and join the clearly visible, unquestionable and verifiable movement that is destined for one purpose alone: the salvation of Nigeria and well-being of all Nigerians. The status quo will nothing less than aggregate the commonwealth of all and share it among a few. The social media is already agog with their members identifying who work for the party and who should be rewarded by the government. This is the mentality. This is their ideology. It is their turn. No, it is every Nigerian's turn, and all Nigerians, not a select few, are deserving to be rewarded. It is therefore impossible that the status quo will work for the good of Nigeria or Nigerians. Forget the propaganda and the lies. And the more you look, the less you see gimmicks. They can deceive everybody, but not the members of the Obidient movement. Obedience are the watchdog, guard dog, and retrieve dog of the new Nigeria that is possible. Peace be with you. I come back to the studio and I know that Angel, you see, the movement is the key point. Yes. The movement is what we have. And they said it's just 4 people tweeting in a room, but where we are after months.
Yes, it's now a movement and they are surprised. Yes, I love what they said. I love it because the more we look, the less we see. We always a step ahead. Yes, I love this Obidient movement. They are not being distracted by their evil propaganda. Yes, we are always a step ahead of them. Yes, and by his grace, yes, by his grace, we will enter this Nigeria that every one of us dream of.
The possible Nigeria,
yes.
Okay, let's get straight to other points. I think the point to the obedience are made, and I believe you've understood them. Some of them will be say, if we they speak the pidgin where we know, where we they use, and I go talk say and I know here. So this one now, as we don't speak them like this, I believe say and I don't understand them. Make we go to the Supreme Court justices where we say then go treat this matter where Atiku don't carry enter now own, then don't stamp according to report where they enter, and P2B own now. Their people talk say then they also file them. So it be like say them fit enter together. But at the same time, make we go begin they tell on how this Supreme Court 7-man justice, and when we talk say 7-man, no be say woman no they there. But as constitution they talk he and she, and some of them know they talk he and she, some go talk he. Would they call and 7-man woman fit there they inside though now just they bring come. So make we start with that one. But before we go, make I come back because I see say Princess they do mui for waiting in one tell obedience.
Yes, Tinubu is trying to do everything to buy his way into the people's acceptance, for people to accept him by cajoling and trying to lure people to accept it, so that it will be that, okay, we are welcomed or he's welcomed by us. But he's not. So I just want to give us a few words of encouragement from Miss Pearl. She was one that said so. So
Pearl's
she said,
tweet, huh?
Yes, Pearl's tweet. Okay, she said, "Dear Obidient, we started as 4 people tweeting in a room. Today, the establishments are on the edge as we threaten the very system on which they thrive. We are not one. We are a legion of like-minded patriotic people who want a better country in our lifetimes. What we have achieved has never even been achieved, even in a mainstream democracy like America. We made a fringe party a mainstream party and turned a 2-way race into a 3-horse race. We instilled the fear of God into every politician and member of the status quo and firmly established the office of the citizen. And for the first time in Nigerian politics, accountability is a discourse and on the front burner. By shining a spotlight on our corrupt institutions, we show the whole country and world by extension that those institutions are due for reform. We will follow through on those reforms. We are the beautiful ones that we are foretold in the beautiful ones are not yet born. With our coconut heads, we will ensure that Nigeria finally works. All the other parties wish they had supporters like Obidient. Who wouldn't? The Agbados wish they could be like us, and the Mechanos desperately want to be us. All this in less than a year. We are just getting started. We will take the gospel of a new Nigeria and spread it everywhere. And if anyone thinks this is just about P2B, they are delusional. Obi is our principal and a shining example of what a politician should be. An Omolabi proper. We will create more patriotic politicians in the mold of Obi, who put national interest first, and we won't stop until Nigeria is saturated with politicians like P2B, who will make our country work again. Even if there is darkness today in the land, and it seems to want to permeate all our institutions and minds, we are Nigerians' hope. The only thing that will remain, even if all institutions are compromised and destroyed, and we will be that point of contact from which a new Nigeria is rebuilt. Again, keep your heads high. This is a marathon, not a sprint, and we shall eventually prevail and outrun these old-timers and status quo soldiers. As we head to the Supreme Court, wash your faces, put on your glasses, bring out your cameras, put on your night vision goggles, and let's focus on building the Nigeria of our dreams. Don't ever lose hope, because it is very possible. That is a fact.
Yes, that is a fact. And all of these things, they come out for the issue where we say that Baba made senior brother go take appointment. The thing they reach everywhere. We get different people where we say now well-meaning Nigerians and Obedience where we say then tweet. And the most of their tweets, we feel no bring all of them, but we will bring a few of them. So we will see say it no good for person where we say him be the advocates, person will be saying they talk well about the wrong government, go just all of a sudden begin to enter. This one the one of Peter Obi grassroots mobilization. Now person will be say talk am. So make Angel give us this one.
Okay, this one now from Peter Obi grassroots mobilization. The report of Dr. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, the elder brother of Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, the Labour Party incoming Vice President of Nigeria, accepting the position of Special Advisor on Political Matters by Tinubu, is a sad and unfortunate one. Another significance that the elderly ones lack passion for national growth and development. So painful and devastating.
Yes, some people, as this one talks, say so painful and devastating. Make you no pain on her too much as we don't talk. Now the encouragement and the hope where we they bring every day. Make these kind things no they bring us down or bring our morale down. Yes, we be human beings. It go touch us. We get plenty other talk where we say our people then talk for X and it plenty. But we go just enter the matter where they come out from Supreme Court and the Supreme Court justices will be the 7 man where they handle all the matter since where Supreme Court they sit. But make I get to Esther. Esther, you see our people they put all the things as Angel don't bring the one where come out from mobilization, the other one don't come out from Miss Peels, and we get another one where we say other obedience carry come about this Hakeem Baba Ahmed will be senior brother. What you get to talk for inside make we over not they go.
Anyway, we don't talk all of us don't talk about me, but the thing be say the essence of democracy is not comfort for those in power, but it's about equality, it's about liberty, and it's about justice for not just for one person but for everybody.
Yeah, I think that is very one. It's his own. For me, he has chosen his own path.
Exactly.
And the people that we say that the cabinet are criminalized cabinet, you understand me? He happens to be one of them. So we won't be missing words when we say they are all bunch of criminals. You understand? Mm. And in democracy, you have the power to actually criticize because we are on the side that they call the opposition, yes, which we criticize them. You understand? Yes. And we are not, in other words, bringing any fake information or maligning them, or you understand me, like they are doing Chike, Obiezim, you understand, Chike, Ibezim, yes, and all that. And Atiku mentioned something, yes, like that. Yeah. So let's even look at what Atiku mentioned, because now they are targeting media personalities, like, or they are targeting other obedience that are speaking up, you understand? Yes. And even people who are not concerned, like that one of Ibezim, I heard the guy was not involved in any way, yes, and court even gave an order that the guy should be released. Yes. And it was not can producer. Whether you go feel help us project, make people understand, say these people no one make we talk. They won't shut everybody up.
Yeah, and voice oppression.
Yes.
Intimidation,
yes,
and oppression.
And now they are going to catch some people, some fishes. That's what, yes, they are fishing. That's why they are able to catch.
Before you know it, now they will say no more Facebook, no more Twitter. As far as you're in Nigeria, they just want to shut everybody. Voice suppression, oppression, harassment, intimidation, everywhere. Yeah,
and now that we just had a report that a High Court of FCT issues from 48 to IGP Ubetokun to be remanded in prison over failure to release Chiki Bezim 38 days after unlawful abduction and detention. Now, this very particular issue, Justice O.J. Udelaja of the High Court of FCT, who gave the other very notice of consequences for disobedience of court order, saying that they have given an order and the Inspector General of Police, who is supposed to obey the order, did not obey it. Consequently, now the court is saying, come and show cause why you should not be put to prison. You, yes, understand me? That's number one. After that very one, we have what they call Form 49, because this is Form 48. Form 49 is the actual committal processes. This is a very process wey we say e dey is a quasi-criminal. It's not a civil matter again. It is now called a quasi-criminal because you are committing somebody to prison. I don't know if Maxwell is on Zoom so that he can give us his legal analysis. Okay, so but the important thing for us to understand is that after Form 48, they are going to issue a Form 49. And I will guarantee you that you cannot be able to serve IGP the Form 48, not talk less of the Form 49. So it means that even this very committal to prison process will not work. That is the kind of Nigeria that we have found ourselves in. The law is meant for the rich. The court is meant for the rich. You understand me? And not the poor. So you can't even serve him. Where are you going to serve him? Before you get to the IGP's office or his house, he has every guard. Nobody will allow any court paper to be served on him. That's one. Form 48, gone. You can't serve him. Then you have Form 49. Which one is the committal? You can't serve him. So obviously, even this very process you see, I will tell you, is an effort in futility. Form 48 and Form 49, we only succeed only on the poor person. Yes. People who are ordinary Nigerians that can be cowed down on, you understand me? Yes. That is what happens in this country. So I'm not surprised when they see it and we are showing it. It's not something that is going to happen. So I must tell Obedience to know that this very government or the people who are in charge of this very government are acting a script that has been prevailing since the invention of APC.
Well, yes.
Of APC. You understand me? Yeah. That is when this thing comes on. They don't obey court order and there is nothing you can do about it. And again, Chidi has been vocal on saying about the justices. And we have seen from the Presidential Petition Tribunal judgment that even the judiciary itself, I know where they know. The judge that issued this knows it cannot be done. Let's take the case of Emefiele, for example. Yeah. Emefiele went to court. There was an order, nothing happened. This man is of a high profile, but he is no longer protected. He is more like the ordinary Nigerian now. And nothing happened. Even the court that gave that particular order was not able to enforce its own order. Even when that particular same people came to her own court again, he was not able to do anything. So I will tell our Obedience that the executive and the judiciary are matched. They are the same and nothing else. It's only a new Nigeria, which Peter Obi says is possible, that these things will start working. So if they want break the record, make them break the record, make we know through this one. Make them go serve. Make them show me say they don't serve from 48. They don't serve from 49 for IGP. Make I see for Nigeria where IGP go prison. Make I see them for this life where we dey. Anyway.
No, Mr. Kanu, the issue is that for them to start obeying court order first by releasing that guy, Chike Ibezim, that is the first step they should take. Not waiting for them to serve them from 48 or 49. They should release the guy. Because if you respect authority, authority will respect you. Because you cannot flaunt another person's order. Then you allow others to respect you and obey your own order. It doesn't make sense.
If you don't obey judiciary, which is the arm that creates this thing itself to be seen.
Then some days you carry case to them.
If you don't obey judiciary and you are mandating the Nigerian public, over 200 million people, to obey or court orders, how does that work?
That is the issue.
The other day we are talking about sexual intimidation, the other one, and I now tell you it's a pandemic, because it's not just the intimidation of sexual, but also intimidation that is coming from the judiciary itself, from the executive itself. You understand me?
Yes.
Every Nigerian is being intimidated.
Exactly. Now, another thing be said, the ruling party have to refrain from this attempt of using security agencies to harass or to intimidate people because they are voicing now, whether the opposition party or anybody at all.
Okay, I think
yes, it's just like we have already said, it has become a norm, like it's a normal thing now that anybody that has, as long as you have money, if you have money and you have someone that can speak for you, you have someone of power, you have power, the law is as if it's not for you.
The rich, yes.
It's not for you because they can trample on it and nothing will happen. It's like speaking to the law in the face and like, I'm doing this, I cannot do anything about it. They did that even with the judgment they gave. They did it with IBTC. They are still doing it now. Okay.
Anyway, while we are waiting for the court matters to be sent in, the 35 grounds that Atiku has deposited with the Supreme Court, let's even hear what Kenneth Okonkwo has to say about the rule of law and what happened at the presidential election petition. Yeah, that very judgment that they murdered. Let's see that how he described the rogue judgment, and then we'll come back to studio. By then we should have update from the Supreme Court.
And some people are out there being mouthpiece to a failed organization that could not even live up to the dictates of the law. They just brought up figures and announced to the whole world, shamefully, after months of such declaration, 18,088 uploaded results are still blurred, blank, and nothing given by INEC. There is no court judgment that can overrule that, because we were given such things from the INEC IREF portal. So what we are saying is not about who won or lost. We are saying that election should be free, fair, and credible. Credible means believable. Justice should not only be done, it should be seen as done. Please, if you have seen the results, polling unit by polling unit, either based on original unmutilated from EC8A or electronically stored and uploaded results of INEC, polling unit by polling unit, in 176,000 units, polling units in Nigeria, please show me. And I will be willing to toe your line. You can't come to bamboozle Nigerians. A man who failed election in his own state, failed election in the FCT, couldn't get 25%, failed election in the national chairman state, failed election in his DG campaign state, all those states that are visible, unmanipulable. He failed. And then you're coming to tell me to believe that he won. On what grounds? There is an organization that the Constitution mandated to undertake, organize elections, and the law compelled them to update these results and show the world. They failed. Until today, even after the election, they failed. So whoever is telling you that anybody won that election is a conjecture. And this is no matter what the court says. Because statutory laws in our hierarchy of laws in Nigeria is superior to decided cases. And time has come when we should be holding the judiciary accountable to statutory laws. They do not have the right to make laws. The only right they have is to interpret it. I have given you a section of the law that compelled INEC, even at the risk of sending them to jail. And I'm telling you today, they have not given us the results. If you have seen the results, let me know. And as long as those results are hidden in shadows, not in substance, whatever is the result, whatever is the declaration by the court, you cannot convince anybody anywhere in the world.
Yes. We don't hear from our own person where we say na Kenneth Okonkwo as he talk as he be saying every of those things are conjecture. One a big grammar where in they speak for there, but we know say even that very big grammar get meaning. Now as on I see on our screen, I go see say Peter Obi don't already submit in own as we they talk than the thing where we they expect. If when I see the date, and I go see say na 19th of 9, 2023, and when I go see the time, say this thing just they happen. So make we cool, make we put our mind for it. Say yes, Peter Obi they do the right thing. This is Peter Obi versus this thing, and so now see producer make you sure me again, make you know be say would they make mistake, make them foresee say the thing don't enter. the appeal don't beat that their time. That thing where then they talk sacrosanct and no sacrosanct, we don't beat their deadline, and we are on. So this is the notice of appeal as on Asiam. Take notice that the appellants, being dissatisfied with decision of in petition number PEPCT 03/2023, Mr. Peter Obi Gregory and others versus Independent National Electoral Commission orders, consolidated with election petition number CAPEPTC 04/2023 and another CAPEP, this one and that one. All of them make we no begin they go into all of this. But the important thing be say we don't meet their deadline and we don't give one at the stamp and date before they go begin manufacture another thing. Begin they carry technicalities, talk say we no submit them on time. As that rogue judgment will come up from Harun Asamani, talk say other things no follow join for the petition where we file. So this one now, as he enter today, with today's date, we don't give them. And we don't talk before, say Atiku filing own. That one now from Vanguard, but this one they come as our source, and that's why we they project them as he take B. Say Atiku own 35 grounds. Later, when the thing enter, finish, when our people don't sort and finish, we'll give on how many grounds of appeal where people be carry enter. And the one of Atiku, we will begin the carry and one by one. So with that very one, make we enter because our own Maxwell will be the analysis is there for Zoom with us. As Peter Obi petition don't enter, we don't beat deadline. And also when he finish to the explain all this explanates how we take beat this deadline and waiting go follow him, we will come enter to the 7-man panel where be the people will be say they go constitute to tackle this very particular appeal. And we go even start on with 1979. So let's take a listen from our own Maxwell. Maxwell, you there, Abi? Maxwell, yes, can you hear me? Okay, you see say Peter Obi appeal don't enter and we get a report from Vanguard also say PDP appeal from Atiku Abubakar don't enter. Make you give us your take how this runs will be. Then we will enter to the 7-man panel where they constitute to handle this thing according to how they even start from 1979. So, but make we start with this very appeal as this thing just enter now.
Okay. Thank you very much. The thing, good evening to everybody. It's a pleasure, or good afternoon to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here once again. The thing we did here be saying, as for the timing to file appeal, I've been telling her say that today be the deadline, and say we expect the document either that yesterday or today. So waiting day there now be say as they don't file the notice of appeal, we go to wait. We see how the respondents could take respond. As you don't already report, say Atiku been filing own notice earlier, and of course the document too they are available. Waiting the day be say as for the timing regarding these appeals by the Court of Appeal judicial rules. There are rules that were formulated by the Court of Appeal regarding elections. For that place, they put them there, say the timing to file for interlocutory rulings now 14 days, but the timing to file final judgments now 21 days. Then it constantly gets another document where it be say the document will be the Supreme Court rules regarding election petitions will provide for 14 days to file. So usually, waiting they advised be say make parties go with the Supreme Court rules will provide for 14 days. I've been seeing where person been tossing at 21 days, but no. If you go with 21 days now, will be Court of Appeal rules. They feel use technicality, say you bring them out of time, take pursue you on your case. But the thing is that they've been able to file at least within the 14 days as stipulated by law. So we go look into the document, then we go begin to consider the contents of the document.
Okay, thank you very much. So we thank God, and I know say obedience worldwide, and their mind go there at rest. Say as we they go with P2B to Supreme Court, we know say we are there 100%, and we don't succeed to put the whole thing in. Now, Maxwell, I want to make you for help us look at this 7-man panel wey be say from Supreme Court, where they go set up to even handle this very appeal. I know say Supreme Court just resume back, whether they take recess before, but I hear say they just come back. As they just come back, the next job, as we don't beat them to the deadline, then go constitute that very panel. But it be like saying as 7 justices, now that they sit as a panel, and it be like say they get one kind tradition from old this thing wey be say then they follow since 1979. So starting from 1979, wey be say dey screen now, make you for the explanate give us, because for there I see say then they choose them like let's say na 7 most senior justices, now then they handle, they come from this 1979, and the people where they handle the matter and waiting they handle. Maxwell.
Okay, waiting the there be say when you see the trend, like as you talk and like it did for screen, there have been a trend whereby, you know, the appointment of, okay, first of all, by law, when there's an election petition which should be on appeal, what is usually provided is that there should be a 7-man panel, a panel whereby 7 justices of the court will sit over, you know, the panel and hear the case as it is, and also determine the matter. But another thing we say, when you look closely, right from the inception or since when they begin they go court, during the case of Obafemi Awolowo, Shagari, there was also the case of Chuba Kadibo, Buhari, and Obasanjo. Okay, that was against Yaradua. There was also the case of several other cases where we say the matter been done reach the Supreme Court, and every time where the Chief Justice of Nigeria appoints people to this panel, the trend has always been to appoint people who are the most senior within the ranks of the Supreme Court. But you see, with this trend actually stopped when Justice Tanko was made the Chief Justice of Nigeria in 2019 after the elections, and then he failed to follow this particular trend. But the reality remains the fact that there is no body of law which makes it compulsory. Although Justice Tanko had already broken this particular tradition, which has been there for a very long time, for over 40-something years, by appointing it. But for the rules, for the books, there is no place that provides that the appointment of persons to sit at the 7-man panel at the Supreme Court must be by seniority. The same thing also applies to the Court of Appeal. If you look at the people who sat at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, they were not actually the oldest. And another thing that we must note is that when you want to appoint people to the panel to sit over a case, especially where there is a time frame for such cases, you should always be careful to make sure that the people you are selecting will not retire within the time we be say the case go still be on. Remember, say this particular case, so we don't reach Supreme Court, they get 60 days to hear and determine the matter. So they go, they careful not to appoint people where be say in the middle of these 60 days to determine the matter, that in the middle of these 60 days that they will not be retiring. That is anybody where they would appoint. But for the reasons where Tanko take break this trend, I may not know. I may not be able to ascertain, but the trend has been there. But we've seen it broken by Justice Tanko. We don't know if there were any underlying circumstances that led to the break of that trend. And almost all the time, we've always seen that the Chief Justice of Nigeria is usually a part of the panel. So we'll be seeing what will happen. They are yet to appoint the people to the panel who are going to sit for this case. Another thing that we must take note is the fact that currently we have a Chief Justice of Nigeria that has been caught in the web of several allegations of fraud, several allegations of misconduct, several of them. So these are the things why these things have not yet been proven by a competent court of law. Neither have any agency or parastatal which are responsible for corrupt practices have been able to come through with this, or the NJC, the National Judicial Council, which is responsible for the entire judiciary, have not found any reasons to probe into these allegations or come out with truths or facts to verify them. We must recognize that these are things that we must put at the back of our mind to ensure that, we see that the people who are appointed to the panel, whether they are old or they are young, that they are people of impeccable character. So these are the major things. Thank you.
Okay, Maxwell, thank you very much for analyzing this very something. And our people, as soon as they see them for screen, on I go see say from 1979, the trend, na 79, then they select. And that very selection, where then they select, as Maxwell take talk now from the senior people, no be saying a law, it be. So with that very one, you get, Maxwell, you get something where besides he say you tweet. And that very thing where you tweet concern the judgment, waiting happen for BB Niger. You get somebody where you apologize to for BB Niger. It be like say answer question for BB Niger, and it be like say you know like the answer. It be like say you think say you know answer well. The thing there for screen now. I'll just give you hints if you know the online where you did. Make I for tell you. He said, I want to apologize to BB Niger's barrister and lawyer CC Cynthia Nwadiora. I called her a dullard. I will just end the something here. It's there for screen, but I know say you understand this tweet where you do. Plenty people don't retweet and all that. So I would ask what you mean, make you for explanate, give our people.
Thank you very much. Now, the thing be say, one video being come out. If you check, you get video where they attached to that tweet. For where
yes, the people there. That's why we send people, made them go for that. Yeah, go see them for there.
So before this tweet, I've been done make one tweet for where they show the kind of answers where people wait for this BB Niger been they fail. For that video, they ask person say who they for 10 naira notes. The person no get them correctly. And the person with the 10 naira notes na Alvan Ikoku. They also ask the one where they for is it 100 naira notes will be Obafemi Awolowo. The person answer say na Nnamdi Azikiwe. Small questions where they ask them where they know. They ask one again, say waiting be the get one question where they ask them like that. Ordinary small mathematics and the rest where them fail. The reason why I decided to post that in be say it's unfortunate say a program like BB Niger. I know say maybe some people they listening to me now they watch them, but these are my personal opinions. For such a program that does not have any way that it affects the intellectuals or there is no educational benefit, it continues to thrive in Nigeria. You see, waiting to happen for BB Niger and are just things of immoral nature. Where we say that they show a lot of things where we say no, they family friendly program where we say family no fit sit down watch them. But the point is, at a time like this where we are fighting for the survival of Nigeria, where people are focused on making sure that we redeem Nigeria, at the point it is, they bring in BB Niger. They've been bring them up when people they go for PVC, people they try to vote and all of that. I see these things as a distraction that distracts our youth of today. That's why we see a lot of youths that have are participating in crime, that are participating in immoral acts and several other things. But that particular video now about one Cynthia, she's a lawyer. They ask him for that video, say wetin be the body wey dey responsible for making laws for Nigeria? Now she answer say na judicial system, abi judiciary system. So I was appalled. I was very, very pissed off that of a nature, a lawyer called to the bar, you go school for 5 years, collect degree, or in law, you can't go law school, graduate, they make you lawyer, and you don't know the body that is responsible for making laws in Nigeria, and you say in a judiciary system. It was actually, it was not even something to laugh about. It's something to pity such a person or pity the Nigerian nation. And I said a lot of things. I think I used the word that they were dull for failing those questions. But after I thought about it, I was like, she may actually be right and I may be wrong, and I had to apologize for Can you hear me?
I don't know if yes, the thing stopped for a minute, but you can continue. I can hear you now.
I think I'm taking a call on my phone. I hope that the call doesn't come in again. So I call this and say, if we look the PEPC judgment, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judgment, Justice Samani makes some laws, so she no dey wrong. For instance, Justice Samani tell us say we no get 36 states again for Nigeria, say na 37 states we get. Justice Samani also tell us say for Nigeria, even if you don't forge certificate, say you fit still become president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Justice Samani still make law tell us say FCT no dey special, even though they no get governor, they no get deputy governor, and they no get commissioners. So when I reason am, I call reason say on the flip side of it, she may be right that the judiciary system follow the make law. And the reason why I talk that thing be say now bad laws now they don't make for us from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. This one a law will be say when our children come tomorrow, they go weep for Nigeria. They go ask say how this one take happen. Where it be say this thing happen for Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. So now that one be.
Okay, thank you very much, Maxwell. You don't explain this thing. Give us most importantly for us, Angel. Say waiting the girl answer for there by the ruling of the judgment.
Yes, by
she
Samani.
Correct. Abi, because the question when they ask them, and what be the question again? The question
they ask
who is in charge of making law?
Yes, in Nigeria. Yes.
Making law in Nigeria.
Yes.
And
she say the lawmakers judiciary. Judiciary.
They talk saying a judiciary.
Yes.
But they correct and then come tell and say they incorrect.
Yes.
But wetin Maxwell talk now explain it, give us say in fit be they make mistake because now the people wey come they make law from where they come out from that judgment where they do, it be like saying a judiciary, no be legislature again. So make those people welfare that lady for inside that place, make them know fail am or good like that because we don't see otherwise. With that very one, we go quickly look at our time, and when we take our time just they give us signal and signal make we for carry our kaya come out for studio. But before then, we go again tell on if Obidient will be say on a day they watch us, we don't tell on about that Baba Ahmed brother. The senior way then talk say him be advisor, where they appoint new, we take care, we don't join the criminal cabinet. Anyway, make we know say it no consign our own honorable Dati Baba Ahmed, and as Obidient movement, we still there for the back of Dati Baba Ahmed. Make him brother where they go join them. We no get much problem with that. And again, we won't tell on our way when they join us now and say Peter Obi don't file in case for Supreme Court, which is this appeal. So this very appeal don't enter as of today, as we dey talk, e don enter. So make I get our cool mind. E get one banner or P2B where we dey talk say we dey follow am straight to Supreme Court and we dey follow am 100%. Abeg make you for show me that thing. E dey suit my mind anytime when you dey display am. And wherever on a day our people make una like and share this video. Make other people know say P2B don't succeed today. That notice of appeal where we dey talk, it don't enter. We are following P2B to the Supreme Court. We will follow this to the very end. Yes, because he said one thing, I will challenge this rascality for the future of the country. That is what he said. With that very one, I go carry mic, give Angel, make way for carry our kaya, they come off for studio. We get plenty things will be said and they tell me say we get to talk, but time no day. So we'll come back to talk those ones. But for now, Angel, I carry mic give you.
My obedient people, yes, don't lose hope. Just stay focused because we are the status quo soldiers. Yes, we will not give up. We will continue till the end. Let it be that the Supreme Court justices, they shot themselves on the leg. Let it not be from us. Yes, we will continue. We will never lose hope. Like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, do the evangelism. Make other obedient they hear. Waiting they happen. Say we don't dey Supreme Court where we dey talk since. We don't dey there gidigba. No be say we go. We don't dey there gidigba. Now to start, now be the team. Make them give us dates. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you, Maxwell, for being with us. We appreciate you. Now God bless you. My obedient people, my well-meaning Nigerians, we appreciate you people for your efforts. Thank you so much. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. We thank you. We love you. But God loves you more. Bye for now.